Well, I'm live. Hello, dear viewer. I notice that this big red bit of temporary danger area is due to go live. Well, now o'clock in England, which is 2200 in the UK, and it's well 11 o'clock for me. I haven't even checked that the microphone's working, and I don't know if somebody comes along. Tell me if nobody's here yet. Tell me if the microphone's working. So I'm not entirely sure what it is in here. This is the temporary danger areas and restrictions therein and therefore and thereafter for it. Oh, two people here. If you could tell me if my voice is working, I'd truly appreciate it. Cool. Thank you very much. So thanks, Rev. Something's happening. Let's share this tab here, which is weather. So those danger areas are here in the Bristol Channel and southwest UK. It's getting a bit windy out to the west, so something's going to happen. Let's go back to got this as well. So I've got ADSB ready. The airline is going back and forth, but what I did notice is happening. If I jump back to this tab here, and it can't be connected, it cannot surely be connected, but because this is happening from 3 in the morning, I think it is 3 in the morning. No, 08, 20, well, it's active anyway, and some of you will know what Pontrellis is. I can't believe it's to do with that parachuting and that place there, which is a very popular place for very rugged fellows, rugged outdoor sort of fellows there. So let's jump back to the ADSB. It's going to be like watching paint dry, isn't it? Where were we looking? We're looking here somewhere, aren't we? I want to know what this UAS is going to be. Hello, we're Cool Cat is here. Are we on Many 73? Yes. Good. The gang's assembling. It is just me because it's only. Oh, I haven't swapped it over to the ADSB. So come on, let's have a guess. What do we think this is going to be? No, I'm looking at the wrong. So it was in this area here. What's that there? It's just an airliner. Let's zoom out a little bit. And maybe we'll see something pop up. So, to my reckoning, that airspace has gone live. I'm truly hoping to see something getting airborne there shortly. We shall see. Now, I shouldn't have done this as a live stream. This is going to be. Shall I see if I can invoke Ian or someone else to come and just chat to me at the same time? As he looks. People. No, one person. Oh, they've got some new banner on here. I'll get rid of that. Right. There's a big old bit of airspace that they've got proposed for this thing. Let's jump back to that again so you can see. 2 comments there. I tell you, it's so cold here that yeah, I've got a duvet on, and I've got not one but two, but 3 warm tops on. It is really cold. We've had lots of snow on the berg. Very pretty this morning. We had power failure. We had quite strong winds last night, and that knocked over some power lines, which caused a bit of a fire down the bottom of where we live on the other side. So it was all very exciting. So we've had to contend with that. Now I'm chatting nonsense, and I'm not looking at the 80. It's Enpaz Schliebel. Well, there we are, Stephen Barrow. Well, if it's the Enpaz Schliebel, then it's one of these things here. So it's one of these things here that is due to fly. How very yeah, I knew what it was. but Stephen put it in the comments. So I've had to do it. So what I did, it's going to be one of these operating for the UK police. It's their first flight. And I don't know what they're going to do with it on their first flight. Maybe are you there? Are you there, Stephen? I wonder if you're there. But that's the reason I was looking here at the wind, which looks to be 14 knots. That shouldn't be too much for it. Let's gear. Is it here yet? No, it's not. It's not. Oh, I should do that when I do that. No, I don't see it flying there yet. Let's share back to this because it was the speed I was going for. Endurance service up to 25 knots. So there's 10 knots in hand then for its max operating. Let's share this. So yeah, here in the oh, you're there. Oh, is it ready to go, Stephen? Oh, that's interesting. Or am I sat here waiting for no good reason at all with these other good fellows that are in various places in the world, including in South Africa? It's very nice to have another South African here. Thank you, Vic, for enduring this cold late night. I don't even have any beers. I'm in an area of South Africa that is quite well known for its beers, Nottingham Brewery and things. We think we're the best area for brewed beers, but maybe we're not. So let's see. Yeah, I shouldn't have done a live stream. This was a mistake. Let's get that. Let's see if Ian's about. Especially now the cat's out of the bag. There, sent off a message to Ian. See if he's about. I don't know if he's about. It's quite ignored. It's yeah, it is quite similar to the Saab Skylar. It's quite a big platform, and it's been used with great success in other parts of the world. And personally, I think all this drone in the box stuff for the police is a little bit silly. You know, DFR, drone as a first responder. It's going to be the biggest stuff. White label DJL's just dropped. Oh, check more. Yes, let's do that. I am bored. Let's do that. Let's do that right now. New white labeled. Let's do that right now. Whilst keeping a weather eye on that. I'm going there now, Kevin. If you want to know your stuff, Kevin is your man. Why can't I get to that? Oh, because oh no, I'm looking at myself. Oh, that's dangerous. Oh, I've opened LinkedIn and LinkedIn's opened my stream in LinkedIn. Where is this post? Oh, okay. But as white labeled as they are, Kev, they're surely not going to get away with it for very long. They are surely not. This is DJI White Label Squad. As said, Canoact Robot Company. Oh God, Canoact Robot Company. T60. Well, it's yeah. I mean, it's obviously the big Agres or whatever it is. Wow. Oh, and they're both here. Oh, Conrad's here as well. Thank you for joining us, Conrad. That is quite amazing. That is amazing. Stephen has that trial there. Oh, the press release. Oh, they're going to send it to me first. I'm just talking to just talking to Ian. Right, let's stop sharing that. Now I've lost my tabs. Share this tab instead. Now I've lost this. There we are. Right. How are they going to? But Conrad and Kevin, how are they actually going to get away with using those platforms when they are plainly DJI? And are they going to? Well, I suppose that they're not necessarily going to be used in America, are they? Where is this lot here? It's funny enough, a couple of companies. One might look very much like these Talos drones. Where do they say they're based? Become a dealer. 800. Let's see. It's in America. No, it's not then. What a web we weave. Come on, Schliebel. Get airborne. Maybe it is airborne. Maybe we can't see it. Maybe it's down in the weeds, somewhere down in the water, and we can't see it. So maybe I'll give up on that one. CNN, okay. So it will be legal to sell. It's passed by the FCC, so it would be legal to sell in the US. But will you be able to get them into the? Well, is that enough? All the DJI stuff, Conrad, that's been signed off by the FCC. I mean, Ian's coming in 2 minutes. It'll be in hair and makeup. That's what it is. It'll be in hair and makeup. Gee whiskers. Oh, hello. Is a low signal. Just a popped. There it is. Oh, look at that. There we go. There it is. Ladies and gentlemen, what screen am I showing you on this? I am showing you the right screen. There we are. Well, Conrad and Kevin, they are, if you want to find out this stuff, they are the kings of this stuff. So find them on LinkedIn and all the other places that you find them, but they find the stuff. So there we go. That's pretty historic. Oh, the same Malaysia factory. Oh, there's no more the Cogito. Yeah. So there we are. That's pretty historic, I suppose. It's airborne. It's lifted from Harbour Master's office. It says on that there map, doesn't it? Or Avonmouth. All the banana boats and cars are down there. If you ever in that area, I don't know what they're going to do with it now. I don't know if it's just a shakedown flight or if it's going to go off and go and look for people or do stuff. But there it is. Then and NPAS is airborne, and Christian, this is, oh, hang on, here he is. Where is he? There he is. So
what's going on?
That's the first flight of the National Police Air Services drone. It's just got airborne from Bristol. It's one of those Schliebel things. But more importantly, Conrad and Kevin have found the new fakey-makey DJI things. One is an Agras, and I can't remember what the other one was, being made in that factory in Malaysia. So that all goes again. It's ridiculous, isn't it? But this is quite a thing. There's NPAS flying, and of course, last week we were talking about an NPAS helicopter in the east of England having a coming together with an F-15. So how things change over the course of a week.
So this is I'm thinking it's a slightly strange time for a first flight, isn't it? Because you'd think you'd do it in, normally you'd think office hours, wouldn't you? And it's although we're in summertime here, I think we're heading.
It's one of those. Is it how light is it? It's one of these. Is it dark over there now?
It is getting that now, yeah.
And then let's go share this tab. This is what the wind's doing there. Where was it? It was here, wasn't it? So
as I say, this is what we call a real grown-up drone. It's not. It's not like the multi-rotors people are used to seeing police fly. It's more like a proper aircraft, just that it isn't manned.
Yeah, and I think this is truly where police aviation will go. Oh, look, it's doing 11 knots at 100 minus 150 feet. Yeah, I really think this is where police aviation will go. It'll be larger platforms, persistent platforms, or not just police aviation, but emergency services stuff. And persistent platforms. Thales for years tried to get like their watchkeeper size things for this, put them in orbits in the UK, and then sell the data as required to whichever agency needed it. So if your house was on fire, it would be tasked to go look at the fire. If the police needed work, it would be tasked to do something for the police. And in the meantime, if nothing happened,
an interesting thing today, actually, and there's bits of it online.
Stephen Burrow wants to join. Stephen, I'll send you a link. That's how. All right, you keep going now.
A bizarre thing happened today, actually. It was funny. I came out of work, and above me was a National Police Service helicopter. I don't serve people that much. And then I got home, and then it was above me again. It just turns out there was a large police chase that went all the way across Bradford of I think it was 4 or 5 quad bikes, presumably stolen, people in balaclavas. I think probably trying to haunt the police. So the police were having to pursue. So there were numerous cars and there was a helicopter. In the end, I think they caught one of them. But that's the problem when you've got a single helicopter, is if you have 5 bikes and they all decided to go off in different directions, you'd have to pick who you continue the pursuit on. So I guess the benefit you would have is if you have a number of drones as well, is you can supplement your view of the sky, I guess.
Kevin, you're spot on. That is exactly the platform. But that was spoofing, and that's another story. But you enjoy your Gary. How's it, Stephen? You let the cat. I did kind of half know this is what it is. So, what's your opinion of this thing, then, Stephen?
Well, the NPAS Scheibel.
Yeah.
Well, I'm getting some delay as I'm still speaking.
Oh, shame. Yeah. The Scheibel. Oh. He must be in.
Well, I kind of had some.
Sorry, go on.
Well, the reason I half know about it is I think when I obviously worked for Thales and we had a little bit of keep getting a bit of delay here on mine. Yeah, well, I sort of had a bit of preempting on it from my work at Thales because we're also using the Scheibel down at Danik for the Navy. So I had sort of a bit of pre stuff on the danger area for this Bristol Channel experiment.
And so you work on this platform, so that's cool. What's your experience of it? From what I see, it's just capable. Oh, wow. Yes, no, a huge delay for Stephen. Do you want to leave and come back, Stephen? I'm not sure if you're getting the delay.
Yeah, I've got delay going on. Hold on. Let me come out and come back again because I'm getting some kind of delay here.
Yes, please. That'd be good.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not getting any delay. So how did you find out about this then?
How did I find out?
Yeah,
I may know somebody.
So from little birdies. So basically, we did a test flight tonight, and presumably it's over water for the safety reasons. So as it's an earlier test flight, if something goes wrong, you've got.
Did I shut down the window for Altitude Angel. They've got a huge danger area for it.
Okay, so they've actually put up a
It's
NOTAM.
TDA. Yeah, it's a TDA. It's a huge TDA. Let's put it up. It is huge. So plainly, they're going to do. It's right. That's him coming back. So let's go back there. Add to stage. Is that any better, Stephen?
Right, Gary, is that better now?
Well, how's it for you?
We can hear you all right, Stephen.
Yeah, we can hear you fine. We can hear you fine. Why don't you, obviously it's a huge delay, why don't you tell us a little bit about the platform and how you're using it in Pradanic and your experiences of it?
Is that better? I'm getting delayed still?
No delay
you guys
for us.
Okay?
Okay.
Yeah, we're okay.
I think I keep getting delayed.
Don't tell me you're on O2.
I don't actually work on the Shiver. I work on Watchkeeper, but obviously I was. Well, I don't actually work on Shiver stuff. I work on Watchkeeper. But,
okay, I wonder if the video's
but
in sync.
I was part involved in.
Go on, Stephen. Just keep talking. Ignore us. Just keep talking.
And it should come through. Well, I was involved in some of the operational approvals for the Pradanic approval. It's going really delayed. Anyway, but I was involved in some of the OAs for the Pradanic operation. The operational approvals we applied for down at Pradanic, and obviously Talis using it for the Royal Navy. Okay, the Talis using it for the Royal Navy.
What a weird. Okay, let's think that he's no longer talking to us. It's a huge delay. It's like it must be like over a minute or something. It's a huge delay. Yeah, I think it is a step towards in the right direction for these sort of things. And I know Talis. I can't remember the chap who always used to name of the chap who always used to stand up at air shows from Talis and say we're going to sell data from Watchkeeper to all sorts of agencies. Okay, yeah, it's the pilots. I think FPV, the pilots missing a great opportunity to draw shade. Yes, absolutely, you're absolutely correct, Vic. They are failing in that regard. No, exciting times. I look forward to seeing what NPAS does with this. And as I say, let's put that back up again. There is an absolutely enormous danger area and force for this. This is bits of airspace for it. So I'm guessing it's going to be going up and down there doing things, ignoring this nuclear power stations. I don't know if they're still serviceable. And then up to the north, that's the SAS Trained Special Air Service Bontrellis danger area there. And I have stories for the pub of these areas. Interesting things happen around there. I don't know. Do you want to say any more about it, Ian? Because I think we've probably met the brief for this. We've seen it. We managed to get the first flight, and well, it's just going to drill holes in the sky now.
I don't know enough about this platform other than seeing photos of it and thinking, oh, that looks very serious. And obviously it's big enough. I mean, the important thing for National Police Air Service is carrying the payloads that they have, which, high-end EOIR heads that, are in the range from hundreds of thousands of pounds upwards. So that, because that's obviously the capability we see on all the police chases on TV and stuff, where you can zoom in and auto track stuff. So that's why you need A for flight time, but B for just carrying the payload that they have. Do you know more about this platform, Gary, for like the flight time on it? Because that would be quite interesting.
Well, let's just see what the manufacturer tell us.
Yes.
It says loiter speed at 55 knots, dash speed of 100 knots, up to 18,000 feet. Performance.
Now, actually.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm in real time. I've managed to solve that delay. I had 2 windows open. That was a problem.
Oh,
I was getting
Okay.
double accounting. Yeah, just to clarify, because I was getting delayed there. I was involved a bit with doing the operation approval for the stuff down at Pedanic, which we're class doing for the Navy. And they've actually got some of these operating off ships in the. I mean, I'd say it, so I can't remember. They are operating some on trials for the Navy at the minute, and I know we had a bit of preempt about the danger area for the NPAS trials as well as part of the involvement. But I don't actually work directly on trials. I'm on one of the watchkeeper crew, like I say. But Shirewood is getting. I mean, it's a very popular platform now. It's just sort of. I mean, it's used by so many navies around the world now. It's really the natural choice for NPAS, really. Interestingly, David Waters wanted me to go and work for NPAS to help do their approvals, but there's too much of a pay cut to go from Talos to NPAS, so I didn't go for
And there we are. Speaking well of going to work for NPAS, there really with the pay cut. But I mean, I wonder what their ideas for operating these in the future are, and I wonder. I think I'm a little bit, well, no, more than a little bit disappointed that this has had to happen at a temporary
the big
danger.
problem will be is
Yeah.
it's still the DAA issue, isn't it? I mean, that's what's going to be the limitation in the end. And also for the urban area stuff, it's going to be getting an approval to operate over London. One of these things is can't see happening for about a decade or 15 years, to be quite honest. I mean, the CAA are getting less risk averse because they've done the first typical airspace approvals now, I think, which they used to completely hate when I was at the CAA.
That is going to be the case, isn't it? Is what are you going to be able to use it for? I suppose they're going to be demonstrating lots of things now, or having an idea of lots of things that they might want to do with it in simulations, I guess. But yeah,
just jump in. It can do more than 6 hours with a 35 kilogram payload. I imagine those camera systems will be lighter than that, because that's far more than bag of concrete. That is, it's almost 2 lots of that. So it's funny that I think bags of concrete, because I'm used to lugging that about.
I don't know if NPAS plans to try and use the 300 in the future, which is a much bigger platform with, I think, almost 10, 11 hours endurance, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, this says this can do 10 hours with optional fuel tanks if it's the S100. That's the one I'm looking at the moment, the camcopter. Is it? I don't know if that's the right model for this.
Yeah,
it is, right. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, that's still plenty of flight time. It's quite impressive. People are used to thinking an hour with the drones. That's something to write home about. But this is serious flight time.
Well, you're going to have the world of the drone in the box, drone for first responders being a smaller platform, and they're going to try and sell those like Bilio forever now. But they do have the advantages. They're the disadvantage of a shorter flight time, but they're that much lighter. You took in 3 or 4 kilo packages flying over the center of town. But personally, I think these larger platforms will make their way in simply for their endurance and the better sensors. I mean, this thing could be stood off a few streets away for a lot of things and a lot of events. It's the same with.
I don't know what they've got fitted for the NPAS, but for the Talos, we obviously put the iMaster radar onto it as well as the electric optical payload. So, which I think would be a bit of an overkill for the police itself of the iMaster. That was more a military sort of targeting type system, but it's interesting. The Scheibel in military MAA speak is only an S2 specific category S2 UAV, whereas Watchkeeper sits in the certified category. So the fact it's S2 makes it a little bit easier to operate for the military as well. You get a little bit less rigor on the airworthiness side. Whereas certified is a nightmare for us because we're basically treated the same as a crewed platform in the military world.
So it's been through all the military authority process. I've forgotten what the military.
Not quite. It's. I know it will go categorised as S2, the Scheibel. Well, it is because it's the Navy operating it. So it's gone RTS released to service, I think, and I'm sure they've got it on the S2 category. If you look at the RA 1600 series, I mean, the military is now sort of mirroring the sort of the civil categories as well. Now of open S1, S2, and certified. They've moved away from level 1, 2, and 3 that used to use a few years ago.
Okay. Yeah, it's it's a capable platform. Let's see what they do with it. Let's see what happens. I'm sure they've got lots of trials in mind for it.
Well, this. I think this TDA started in May and it's due to run for 6 months, isn't it? So probably until October, November they'll be running this trial.
Well, let's have a look. Let's share this tab instead, and let's go here, and let's go here. So this is active now, Friday 4th of July to Saturday, July 5th.
That's quite short term, that one, but the full.
And then this one is probably that one, isn't it? I don't know. 25th of 7th. No, that's also
quite
a short
recent,
one.
actually. They're only normally about 90 days, aren't they? A TDA normally. It's the maximum you can normally get in one hit. So they've actually applied for what, 2 or 3 TDAs in a row or something of there, or these 3
separate. I don't know. What's this one here then? Is that one? Is now Richard Altitude Angel. It'd be nice if you labelled these so I knew actually which one I was clicking. But anyway, 25th of 7th. No, that's later this month. There, that one, and that one, wasn't it? No, that's 4th of July.
It was always an issue though, because TDAs are only ever active for 90 days, and then sometimes getting their way through the CA would take like about 3 to 4 months. So there was quite a few trials when I was in the innovations team that actually fell through because by the time they got their OA issued, the actual TDA had expired, and it caused quite a bit of controversy. Especially that sort of, I think it's the trials done at Goodwood. Their TDA expired before the OAs got issued.
Well, was that for the great crashing platform at Goodwood?
It wasn't the airspeed, and that stuff that came after that CPC were doing. So,
so that trial, the airspeeder rather shut itself down before it began, didn't it?
Well, that made the CA so risk adverse, and that's what made me laugh, easy because with airspeeder they completely messed up and had no oversight. Then after that, the RPAS team got so risk adverse that it was near impossible to get any OA through, and there's such inconsistency between inspectors. Oh, so no one on the CA is on the call, are they? By the way, Gary, before it's anything.
No.
There was such inconsistency between inspectors that you get one OA that would be really detailed, get rejected immediately for some petty reason, and then something else gets pushed through in about 2 weeks. And I could never work out what was getting approved or what wasn't, to be quite honest. It was a total. I don't know. They might have got better now. I'm not sure. I think it was a Sora. They hope to get more alignment because the old. Am I digressing of what we're discussing? But the old
no, it's fine.
The old volume 1 to 3 OAs were a bit open ended, and it's obviously absolutely massive. So I think with the Sora stuff coming, it should give a bit more standardization and give the inspectors a bit more of a level playing field to assess things by. Although of course we'll see in the next 12 months, really, won't we? I think on that one. Well,
yeah, then that airspeeder was rather astonishing, really. The level of quality of the build.
We're about 8,000-9,000 feet before collapsing in someone's garden.
Yeah, absolutely. But well, we did it. I've probably still got it here, but the comms gear, I even here it is. Here it is, right here. I've got one on my desk. It's like, come on.
Well, its containment feature completely failed, didn't it? So it's sort of geofencing completely failed, and it went up about 8,000-9,000 feet, didn't it, into the Gatwick airspace?
It went up through the Gatwick approach or something, didn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
Some bit of it. Yeah.
And the thing was it was a heavy platform as well, wasn't it? It was sort of almost could carry a person type thing. And it was,
well, that was the idea, wasn't it? It was a razor. But
the thing is, they then went from being sort of, they let the airspeeder slip through that completely, and then the RPAS went completely risk adverse. I mean, I shouldn't say the company was, but there was a certain well-known company that's trying to do a power line inspection UAV program, sponsored by the CPC as well. So it was getting Innovate Future Flight funding. This was before I joined. First inspector says, "Oh no, we'll improve that on the atypical airspace argument. Flying 50 foot above a power line, no one else should be flying there, so it should be quite safe to actually fly along a power line." That inspector leaves, and 2 years later, the inspector takes over, completely rejects that OA after 2 years of work, and then 2 years worth of CPC Innovate funding gets completely wasted as power line inspection project. And I had to be the innovation advisor to meet with the company in question to explain why their OA got refused. It's like that has nothing to do with me. So they've gone from one extreme to the other, the CAA. That's the thing. RCS speeder there. It is, yeah, it's a
there it is.
big platform. I think it ended up in someone's garden, didn't it?
It was upside down, wasn't it? Well, that's all I seem
Yeah.
to remember. But yeah, 2019. It seemed like a lifetime ago.
It was more long ago, that actually. It's not that long ago, really, is it? So
No, I think it feels like yesterday, but it was actually 6 years ago. But it's but it doesn't look very capable when you just look at it, the size of the props and the weight of the thing. It looks like it must have been struggling, but it was crashed a field of crops.
8,000 foot.
Yeah. And controlled airspace at the holding point for arrivals at Gatwick. Yeah.
Oh, that could have been far worse than it was really in the end. But the CF
Well,
never had any balance. They've gone from one extreme to the other on their sort of risk adverseness, shall we say.
Well, that one they
And
really
we're
should have
quite behind other countries. Like if you look at what Australia were doing with the Casa Part 101 stuff, we were years behind.
Yeah. Well, the UK was ahead. The regulator was great in about 2010, and there were people there that were really pro everything. Were talking stuff up. They told Amazon when they turned up where to go and how to get there, and then it all seemed to change. I don't quite know why, but
I'm going to go and get my laptop cable. I'm about to lose battery, so it's 2 secs.
All right,
I'm
okay.
going to get back on topic anyway. The list price apparently for this is 375k, and if you look in the private, chart, if you're really on a budget for under £300, you can have what I've got on the link.
Oh, all right. What have you put in the link? Do I really want to look at this?
You do.
Oh. Oh, it's a replica of it.
It's your own timber version for home that you can admire.
Now you made me want
Wooden
one.
replica version. What's that? Just for display? Oh, it's for like the air show, probably, isn't it?
I doubt very much if that's a wooden replica for $379. Oh, there we are. It'd be more like that, I bet. Bet it's more like that. 130. Yeah, no, it seems a very, very reasonably priced platform, really. For what it is.
Your platform there is about in the price range of your payload, which.
Yeah, well, and it's much cheaper than a helicopter. Much cheaper.
Yeah.
Anyone
the running
try
with... It's only single engine, though, isn't it, Cyborg? It's not twin engined.
I think it is single engined. Because
I mean, really looking forward, if you want to do like the urban area ops, you're going to have to go for some kind of twin engine platform.
Yeah, to be twin, of city centre operations, especially London.
Well, it's like that's what I've actually got a friend that flies for Enderpass at the minute out of North Wales. So,
yeah, well, I wonder what you'll have to ask him what he thinks. I'm sure they don't mind it. I'm sure they won't mind this coming into their mix, and they need to be ahead of it. And of course, this also speaks a little bit to the not quite friction, but we've got the NPCC drones, and then we've got now the NPAS drones. So there's a mix of, I don't know if you can speak that, Ian, of quite how that works, but there's a mix of the police chiefs setting up their systems, now NPAS setting the systems. And personally, I think NPAS should be in charge of whatever drone systems are there. I think it's a bad idea taking it away from the ground serve.
Well, a lot of the
Go on.
police have said they should go back to the old system of disbanding NPAS and going back to like the regional air units instead.
Well,
Because NPAS has been quite heavily criticised since it sort of centralised everything to West Yorkshire.
yes.
That said, didn't it cost more then? Because usually, you don't have single purchasing power, you have duplications and so on.
Continued airworthiness and stuff. That's true. You keep the motor under one window, don't you, sort of thing? Yeah.
Yeah, I don't personally. I don't have an opinion on it going individually, but I think if there's anything aviation to be attached to the police, it should fall under them. I think it's a bad idea letting the NPCC
I guess
have their own units.
I guess the problem is you need to have the police forces having some, for like your small things like a Mavic, you need the local forces being able to fly those. So you can't really do that from MPAS because obviously there are set locations for the helicopters. But I think when it comes to process and procedure and overseeing it, then there's no reason not to put it under MPAS for the fact that we've got the general airspace experience. But there'll be clearly arguments, I guess, for both. I don't really know the logic behind it, other than I think the NPCC bit, the chief consul for that, I think it's the same one as British Transport Police. So maybe they thought, well, it's a transporty thing. It'll sit under there. I don't know. I don't know the history of it.
No, I don't know the ins and outs. But personally, it's on approach? Was it landed on the sandbar now? And there we are. What is it? What's it hovering off there for? I wonder. Unless it's unless speed 1 knot, it's in the hover.
What I don't know is how do NPAS actually have some guys from Scheibel operating this thing, or have they?
I don't know. They must. I guess they must have. They must have, mustn't they? Surely.
I mean, I'm not sure what I'd say about the Thales stuff, but basically for the Danik stuff, I think we had operators from Scheibel. You see, and it was just Thales providing like the payload and T&E type oversight.
What you should have done, Gary, if you were prepared, is you should have looked for this location for webcams in the area, and then you might have been able to see it flying.
Why did you tell me that now? It's obviously
where are you based, actually?
I'm in South Africa.
Well, right now, permanently or just on holiday?
No, permanently. That's where I am.
I didn't realise that.
Yeah, it's a secret. I don't let people know. Portishead live webcam. If it's on here, I'll be. Oh, it's not. It's not wanting to connect. Come on, connect. That was a good idea.
So what's this area called where we are? And I'll have a note at the same time.
Portishead, I think. I think it was Portishead. Come on, try and reconnect. And we could have said it was a UFO off. No, that was not connected. We could have said it was a UFO off Portishead. Live stream Bristol Channel Marine traffic camera. It's the same camera.
I mean, what I don't know about this trial is they're actually actively doing stuff, or it's just sort of trials activities. You see what I mean?
Yeah. Well, there's
any actual real life tasking, or if it's just been doing mock trials, so to speak.
Oh, look at that! You can wow, you can zoom around. I wonder what I'm looking at.
Way to move them and that, yeah. So give this one a go.
I think it's approaching to land, isn't it? That'll be Welsh Wales over there, depending on where this camera is. Show me a map.
Well, that's what I'm off to next week. Is Wales.
You got your passport ready and everything?
Well, I'm there 3 weeks a month anyway with out in Aberporth.
I was going to say you're going out to Aberporth. Okay.
Yeah. Well, that's where I'm based half the time anyway at the minute. So
it's a lovely part of the world, isn't it? My eldest is not too far away at university in Swansea.
Oh yeah, no, it's gorgeous down on the Gower there. No, the coastline's absolutely gorgeous, but it's become quite. I mean, obviously we've got Takeva have moved into Aberporth now, so they're getting quite active over there.
And is Llanbedr or Llanbedr, however they want to say it, is that getting more active now as well? I think, isn't it?
It's still you still see it no timed in use. Not I can't say it's massively used, but you are still seeing the target drones. I mean, not the Banshee, whatever not the Jinvit, whatever's replaced it now. Still operating there quite frequently. Still appears on the
Well,
NASAMS.
seems to me that it's back on the ground.
Mm.
So that's really splendid, and that would then seem to me to be a perfect place for us to stop this. 45 minutes I've been streaming. My word! Oh, Landella. It's a Welsh name I can't say. Yeah, for me to end the stream. Thank you, dear viewers, for coming. Stick around, Stephen. We'll chat around afterwards, and well done, Anpaz, and all those involved in that. We shall see. Oh, in drone testing area. Okay, we've got all sorts of flying over there. Okay, cool. All right, dear viewer, we'll see you Tuesday, 2100 gin and tonic for our normal chat of nonsense. Cheers for now. There's one click and two ticks. Thanks for coming, boys.